Hello everyone! My name is Justin Negrampa Angeles, and today I want to talk to you about how Ted Lasso, one of my personal favorite TV shows, is redefining masculinity for a new generation by emphasizing on kindness, empathy, vulnerability, and resilience. Now, let me ask you something first. Can kindness and vulnerability redefine what strength means? Well, to answer that, we must first define and ask, what is masculinity? Now, masculinity has two forms right now. One is modern and one is traditional. Now, for the modern, it focuses more on trying to stray away from rigid traditional norms and go closer for men to be more open emotionally, to be more inclusive, to be more authentic. According to Tyler Lubin of the Good Man Project, modern masculinity emphasizes on empathy, connection, and vulnerability as the foundational traits in which men can navigate societal expectations while fostering genuine relationships. Traditional masculinity, on the other hand, is typically perceived as stoicism with strength, which more often than not leads to isolation. And coincidentally, traditional masculinity has been linked to detrimental effects on one's mental health. A study cited by the Evolution Psychotherapy highlights that societal pressures for men to conform to these older ideals significantly increase the stigma against seeking help and contributes to higher rates of depression and suicide among men. Now, in watching Ted Lasso, there are five key themes that I want to talk about. And those themes are namely vulnerability, leadership, friendship, success, and last but not least, humor. Now, on the theme of vulnerability, Ted normalizes emotional openness, showing that men can embrace vulnerability without losing or feigning strength. But he is still human, showing a bit of that traditional masculinity, especially when it came to his panic attacks. However, he does realize that this ultimately hinders him, so he seeks therapy and acknowledges his anxieties and show that it's okay to ask for help. On the theme of leadership, Ted leadership style prioritizes empathy, which starkly contrasts Rupert Mannion, the antagonist, leadership style, which is authority, demonstrating that supporting others leads to more sustainable success. And on top of that, it develops a certain form of camaraderie that supersedes other forms of team building. On the theme of friendship, Ted Lasso celebrates the power of friendship. The show underscores the value of having genuine friendships, relationships that offer trust, emotional support, and joy. We can see how many of each character's issues get easier to bear. Their lows aren't as low, and their highs go really, really high. On the theme of success, Ted challenges the win at all cost kind of mindset. He redefines success as any and all wins. Whether they be communal or personal, big or small, he chooses to acknowledge such successes because they are still successes, no matter the magnitude. Collaboration and holistic growth becomes Ted Lasso's trophies because it's better than metal cups. And the last key theme is humor. Ted's humor doesn't deflect from the pain. Quite the opposite, actually. He directly tackles it. He reflects the pain in a way that enables us to look at it, to face it, and to laugh at it. It ultimately bridges connections, heals wounds, and even strengthens bonds. Allow me to paint you a picture, if you will. In a world where masculinity demands stoicism, dominance, and competition, Ted Lasso offers us a fresh alternative. He teaches us that vulnerability is a strength, that leading with kindness develops stronger and better teams, and that friendships and humor can light the darkest paths. Ted shows what happens when men are allowed to be human, not superheroes, not stoic statues, but human beings who care, connect, and grow. So, in conclusion, Ted Lasso isn't just a show about football. It's a show about people. It reminds us that strength is found in vulnerability, success in collaboration, and happiness in relationships. By redefining masculinity, it also redefines humanity, showing us that living with kindness and authenticity makes us stronger together. And Ted Lasso does more than entertain. It gives us a new type of hero for a new era, one who is as human as he is heroic, teaching us that masculinity can be as kind as it is strong, as vulnerable as it is resilient, and as human as it is heroic. In the words of Ted Lasso himself, he reminds us to be curious, not judgmental. That curiosity, that courage to rethink what it means to be a man today, is what make Ted Lasso so transformative. And I leave you with 7 simple words to remember: empathy, resilience, vulnerability. The Ted Lasso way. And thank you for listening.